Welcome, friends. This is Kim Wright-Sebrell of the Wright Group with Keller Williams, Richmond West, bringing you your May market update. So first off, we have just median sale price. Always good to look at what's happening with our sales prices. You can see that is at $363,000, up 16.6%. So we're just seeing a slight increase, although one of the things I'd like to mention with median sales price is that this is a lag measure. So you have to think about these homes were under contract 30 to 60 days ago. So they're closing now, but this is a different market. And one of the things that we're going to talk about today is a little bit how the market is starting to shift. So although this number is a little bit up, I would expect over the next 30 to 60 days, as I report out more stats, we start to see that number perhaps start to flatten out or start to come down a tiny bit. So again, because it is a lag measure. The next stat you'll see on here is the month supply of inventory at 0.9. And this is no surprise, right? We've been at like 0.9 or under since November of 2021. So still a very strong seller's market. Again, remember, 6 months of inventory is that very balanced market where it's taking about 6 months for everything to sell. Now it's taking a little less than 1 month and all the inventory we have on the market would be sold. I would expect to see this number as we shift to start to increase, maybe closer to like 2 months by the end of the year. We're also seeing showings per listings, and I like this measure because it starts to show you a little bit of lead where we're seeing the shift happening. So if I look back in March, we were getting about 14.2 showings per listing. In May, we're at 8.9. Now, this doesn't seem like a big change, but that's down 11.9%, and that's starting to show that shift of less buyers in the market. And I'm seeing that anecdotally as I list homes and as I show homes, there's less competition. We are seeing less showings. We're seeing open houses with, we call crickets, no one shows up. That was not happening 3 months ago. We're seeing homes that are receiving, one offer. Sometimes very hot areas, maybe they get 3 or 4 offers, whereas a couple months ago, they were getting 10, 15, and 20 offers. So we are seeing that slowdown in those lead measures. We've had a lot of buyers go under contract in the past month because we feel like buyers have left the market. So our buyers who are sticking with it are getting homes. And not only are they getting homes, many of them are getting them at asking price. We've had several that have negotiated down from the asking price with full inspections in place, full appraisal contingencies. These are all things that 3 and 4 months ago, buyers were having to waive appraisals, waive home inspections to actually be in the running to get a home. So we're starting to see that shift in the market, which is very encouraging for buyers. So if you're a buyer who's on the fence or thinking about getting out of the market, highly encourage you to stick with it. I think this is the time for buyers to be able to get homes. You'll see too that new listings, so 2,630 homes on the market in May. That was only down a little bit, 7.2%, so not far off. And we're seeing that if you look at our overall volume, even over the past 10 years, like at its peak, about 10 years ago, we had 3,100 homes on the market. So although we're down, it's it's not down as much as people think, where they say we have a shortage of inventory. What's making our shortage, or what's making it feel short, is that we have a lot of millennials and new buyers pushing into the market. So our need has grown more than supply. So the supply has come down a tiny bit and our need has gone up so much, which again, this is going to help keep the market strong. Experts are saying for a few years to come. So we don't see this market softening up or prices reversing or the market kind of dropping out like a lot of people. It's a question I get from a lot of people. So I think that's some good news, is that although we're seeing a little loosening up for buyers, still a very strong seller's market. And I love looking at just the last 7 days, just in our MLS. It really shows you that hyper-local, what's really happening right this minute. So there are 694 coming soon and new listings. There are a lot of homes. This is good news for buyers, right? There are homes to buy on the market. Here's the thing. 204 homes decreased their price. What? That means that house didn't sell and the sellers have to drop the price to get buyers in the door. That was not happening a couple months ago. 74 homes are back on the market. This is something we've seen more and more of as the market's gotten tight and buyers are paying top dollar. And there's kind of a little bit of more competition. We're seeing a lot more deals fall apart. I think this is something that sellers need to be very cautious about when they hire agents. You want to make sure you have an agent that knows how to negotiate and how to get a deal to closing. There's a lot that happens on the back end, And I think here is where you really want a great, strong negotiator and someone knows how to get it to the finish line. 39 homes were released, 34 withdrawn. So that means that the seller either took their home off the market or there's a reason why they're temporarily taking it off and going back on. But if you add that up, the 39 released, the 34 withdrawn, and the 204 that decreased their price, that tells me that 351 homes just in the past 7 days did not price right. They didn't prepare their home properly for that location, right? These are really important factors. So price, condition, location, all are what sell a home. And if you don't have a good realtor expert on your side, having you help to price the house right, how to get it ready, what to spend money on, what not to spend money on. 6 months ago, you could put any home on the market. You could just walk out your door like how you live in it, put it on the market, put whatever price you want, which it felt like whatever price you wanted, and the home might sell. Not the case anymore. So sellers beware. It is still a seller's market, but if you're not preparing your home, you're not pricing it right, it will not sell. And that can really cost you money. When you have to drop a price and your home sits on the market, the first thing buyers think right now is what's wrong with that house. So it just starts to decrease your value. Time on the market is not a seller's friend, it's the buyer's friend. So hopefully this is a quick, great update for you guys to see what's happening in the market. Of course, real estate's so hyper-local. You need to really know what's going on in your neighborhood, in your neck of the woods. Give me a call. I'd love to give you a quick update on your home and what's happening specifically in your neighborhood. You can give me a call at 804-539-7524. Thanks for listening in.